love of my life in like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip and retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I've broken the system, had to breach it. That's mission impossible, mission completed.
Salute when you see me. Yeah. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is feeding. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love deeply. Sleepy.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On play action, here's Tua. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So Tua making the completion there. You know, what's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
To his throw, taken in by Hockenson here.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Lambeau on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Browns, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Wilson's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 21-0 our score after one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 14. Check 49.
Gurley again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
All you got to do is
he's
look
hit
at
the
learn.
40.
Look at learn, baby.
20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. It's caught by Aguilar. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Throwing is Wilson.
And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Aguilar.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Wilson will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Back near his goal line, here's Tua. Going deep downfield for Ross.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 24's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Let's go. 4 down, 4 down. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Wilson. Open man right side is Shark. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That's once again complete to Chark. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chark, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about it.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Cleveland. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And bulldozing his way through, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there, but you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to... No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Berrios. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Pat Freiermuth, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. To return, here's Agnew. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Jamal Agnew. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
There you go. Got him again. Got him again.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. They find some open field here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
24 is the mic. I'm going back.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He finds his man, complete. That's Love. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The 20, 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. He'll try again. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Browns get a score closer. That's caught, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a...
Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now Pollard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run the counter. Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
The Browns take over first and 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. He's got Johnson. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
74 yards. That's another Browns first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Flush to his right. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. To throw again is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this inside the 30. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition working the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot for Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about